Kevin and Sam Sorbo stand apart from the stereotypical Hollywood family archetype. The couple sat down with the Epoch Times on May 14 for an in-depth interview to discuss their journey navigating careers, faith, and raising a family. The couple met on the set of Mr. Sorbo's hit series, Hercules, where they discovered their shared life trajectory. Homeschooling. Mrs. Sorbo outlined what she sees as a leading factor in the decline of American society, the public school system. The decision to homeschool their 3 children, Braden, Octavia, and Shane, dates back to when the couple was engaged. Mr. Sorbo developed a severe illness at the time. I decided that I couldn't leave him, Mrs. Sorbo explained. Either I could have a marriage, a husband, and subsequently a family, or I could have my career. Mrs. Sorbo ultimately chose to put her prospects on hold for an equally fulfilling and challenging role, motherhood. Mr. Sorbo supported his wife's decision to leave the entertainment business. The two chose to prioritize their family. Mr. Sorbo divulged that the decision to homeschool their children was an easy one, as he had friends growing up who were homeschooled. Mr. Sorbo's father was a 7th and 8th grade math and biology teacher. The two described moving from Los Angeles County to Ventura County in an effort to enroll their children in a more comprehensive public school system. However, Mrs. Sorbo said it became apparent that the school did not meet their educational standards. I started to second-guess this whole idea of school, she said. They weren't doing education the way I thought education should be. Mrs. Sorbo has become a leading advocate for homeschooling, engaging in public speaking and authoring 3 books on the subject. You look at the controls they are having on us and the taxation without representation, Mr. Sorbo added, noting that American taxpayers are funding the public school system. It's not, we the people, anymore. We have a government, a godless government, and the trouble is they believe they are God. We have to step away from our own brainwashing, Mrs. Sorbo explained, alleging that parents are conditioned to believe that every child needs a traditional school setting to learn. The grand bargain that we make with the government for the education of our children is a false promise, she added. Mr. Sorbo recalled taking Far Eastern Studies, Russian Studies, and American history. He remembers his school years in a positive light, with his fondest memory being his involvement in team sports. I do not have a memory of teachers telling me how to vote or telling me not to believe in God, he said. Team sports played a large part in his life, prompting him to run an after-school program within the Los Angeles Unified School District called A World Fit for Kids, for 20 years. According to Mr. Sorbo, the nearly 12,000 children the program worked with secured a 98% graduation rate. What are we doing in those 3 hours after school that the school in LA County are not able to do or not willing to do? He pondered. Blacklisted, in Hollywood. I was never really much of a Hollywood guy, Mr. Sorbo said, shrugging off the notion of shielding his children from the spotlight. Mr. Sorbo said he quickly realized that Hollywood and red carpet events had turned into an evil business. The degradation of our culture comes from our schools, where we have been taught for decades to value the dollar more than our own personal integrity, Mrs. Sorbo lamented, pointing to the Hollywood lifestyle. Nobody feels a sense of worth because if they're not making money, they have no value. The Sorbos continue enjoying their craft as actors, hosts, and producers despite the changing politics surrounding Hollywood. It's amazing to me you get blacklisted just for having a different point of view from Hollywood, Mr. Sorbo laughed, noting that he doesn't harbor hatred or anger for anyone who holds a different viewpoint. Instead, he welcomes discussions and debates with those who have opposing political issues. They don't want to debate, though, they want to see who can yell louder. As to why nobody has taken up his offer to sit down and discuss issues dividing Democrats and Republicans, Mr. Sorbo said, they live in a bubble. When you know the truth, you can be solid in the truth, Mrs. Sorbo added.